Welcome back, WNST, Dallas and Baltimore, and Baltimore Positive. We have changed the setting around here in the virtual world. You know, got tired of the leg lamp and the room raider. One of the problems is when I have my sponsors, and I have like a box of tricks here, courtesy of Bobby Nick, in the honor of Bobby Nick. But when I have my Planet Fitness water bottle, if I put it over here, it disappears. I have to bring it back in here. Planet Fitness has been with us for a long, long time. Teddy's here laughing at me right now. Teddy Savage, of course. Teddy Tuesdays. Every day can be a Teddy Tuesday. How are you, man? I mean, you're a man in demand now, man. I have to, wait in line to get you on the podcast. What's going on?
Hey, man, I'm doing great. I'm blessed, Nestor. It's always great to be able to come on with you because I feed off of energy. Every opportunity that I have to spread the message of health and wellness, positivity, love, and togetherness, I'm all about it. So when you say I'm in high demand, that's just a lot of opportunities for me to spread that message.
Dude, you haven't shaved and I haven't gotten a haircut. I mean, my hair, up underneath here, there's a whole thing happening. Pandemic's been hard on everybody, right? I mean, give your background. First off, you're a Baltimore guy doing national and international things with PF. So we'll get into all of that. But the background for you is you've been in gyms and out on hills, sweating with real people, doing real stuff without masks most of your life, right? Yeah. And then this thing happens where we all move inside. We're on this video camera. I mean, on a personal level, I can't think of many people that have used this camera other than Yoga by Adrian with my wife that's used it better to reach more people than what you've done here during the pandemic.
Right. So, and you hit it on the head there, Nest. I mean, before the pandemic hit, we had the liberty to take certain things for granted, being in close contact with other people, being able to explore spaces that were closer in proximity. But now after COVID, it's really kind of forced us to think of unconventional ways to do the same types of stuff. So Zoom may be slightly more inconvenient in a way that you can't be closer to people. However, it does exponentially grow your impact on a number of audiences.
Yeah, so, you can only fit about 100 people on those bikes behind you, but you can fit 100,000 here, right? Literally.
Exactly. And so there's a little give and take there because me personally, I love the interpersonal contact that you get when you actually train. That was one of the things that really drove me into the industry.
You were a one-on-one guy?
Right. I mean,
more than a classroom setting. Okay.
Yeah, in a group setting. Either way, I just like to be able to contact and connect with people's energies. But through Zoom, I can have a larger audience to be able to teach and inspire. So it's a little give and take.
Well, it's harder to be corrective, right?
Right.
I'll give you an example, and, you'll laugh, but you'll see where I'm going with this because I've been talking to people my hip started to hurt me a little bit back in early December. And, I was a catcher and a tennis player and a wrestler and jumping up and down at concerts. I probably did some moshes back when my hair was long the first time back in the 90s. Yeah. And as you know, I'm a hot yoga guy. That was taken away from me. That setting, the thing I did, the time of day, the people I was around. My deal was 3 blocks. I mean, that's just what I do. Hot yoga. I've been doing it for 20 years. And it was all taken away. And, I don't want to say I stopped exercising, but the one thing I stopped doing, especially when the weather changed, right? September, October, was walking. And I mean really walking. I don't mean power walking or running. I just mean walking from here to there where my legs stride like so, long strides. That the only walking I was doing was from here to the kitchen and back and forth and these little tippy toe strides and sitting here like this, just sitting here in front of this camera all day. And when I'm not in front of the camera, I'm here, I'm in the laptop doing all that.
Right.
That I had moved my chair up on the video. My feet were no longer touching the ground on the video. I was then taking this beautiful chair I had and leaning into the camera. I can feel it right now on my lower back. Right. And doing that 12 hours a day, leaning into the camera, was killing my back. So I'm starting to sit back more. I've done a lot on posture, right?
Yes.
I've been Googling posture. I found websites about posture I didn't know anything about.
Right.
But a lot of things were going wrong, right? I was sleeping flat because I stopped liking a pillow. I had been sleeping on my stomach, and this is for Dr. Steve at Elliott Chiropractic, where for 45 years I slept on my stomach with my head or my neck in one direction. So I've done a whole pandemic checklist. I'm 52 years old. I know I look better than that, bro.
Looking good.
But, I've had to really think about sleeping on my shoulder, sleeping on my side, my legs when my back hurt. That pillow guy out there, someone once gifted me one of those pillows. I actually sleep with it under my knees.
Yeah.
And it raises my legs. So I've been doing all of these things, and I'll tell you why. In December, I hurt. I hurt all day. I hurt every day. My back hurt, my neck hurt, my shoulder hurt, like all of it. And one thing I did, started using a back roller, right?
There you go.
And then I took the back roller and put it under my feet. Yeah. And while I'm here, I roll my feet sometimes, So I'm just giving you a little thing that I do, but I'm not the only dude sitting here looking into a camera anymore. Everyone's doing it all day. Everybody's Zooming. Everybody's sitting. The realization that I could actually stand and work or move and work or have gel under my feet in addition to all of these other things. Because, I know at PF, you want people to exercise. You can't exercise when you're hurt. I can't get into the gym when I can't even get on the mat and stretch, and I'm a pretty stretchy cat,
Right. And so the thing that you're talking about is the interconnectivity of all of the elements in the body kind of working together. See, a lot of people, they get so inundated with spot training, right? I want to tighten up this, so I
want abs.
Right. I want to tighten up the back of my arms, so I'll just work on triceps. But the body isn't made of Legos. You cannot just take one aspect and really accentuate that thing. It has to work together in symmetry. So when you're tight in your hips or your hamstrings and things of that nature, it will then make you have pain and stress in other areas like your lower back, your lower lumbar, which helps you to sit up nice and tall. If you don't do things to rotate your shoulders back, you'll have a tendency to just come forward and your shoulders will be in front of your chest. That will then add strain to your thoracic spine and the top of your spinal column as well, and then ultimately leading to things that give you imbalances throughout the body. So the important thing is the connective procedures and steps that we can take upstream. Because the worst thing you want to do, Nestor, is to try to attack things downstream. Because at that point, you're just trying to put Band-Aids on stuff.
If you're taking a pill to stop the swelling, you got to do whatever caused the swelling, like literally.
Yeah, exactly.
And for me, it was just a lot of bad habits, dude. And I mean 24 hours a day bad habits. Yeah. Leaning in, sitting up, not having my feet balanced, not having the computer, not having eye level with where I'm still not there. My monitor is below me. Right. You know the other thing that's killing me, and I can't believe that it's taken me this long. By the way, Teddy Savage here from Planet Fitness. We're talking about posture and health, and we're going to get to Teddy Tuesdays and work-ins. The other thing, and I noticed this maybe a year or two ago. I got on an airplane right before the pandemic, and I'm walking into the airplane, Southwest, I'm going all the way to the back, and as I look down, every single person, all I saw was the top of their heads. Here they are. They're in there. So if you look at where I am now, I'm all Rudy Giuliani. So I'm all in like this, right? And, and my shoulders are in, my head's in, my head's down. And, dude, this is my life. This is how I booked you onto the program. This is how I book everyone onto the program. This is how I talk to my child. This is how I talk to my clients. This is how I talk to everybody.
Right.
The notion that I'm going to take this and somehow get my text up onto a screen where I can have something here and be looking where I'm not doing all of this.
Yeah.
I found that this thing was killing my neck because the posture of doing this and looking down, really, really not good.
Well, we like to say in training, posture is paramount. So your posture is everything. It's almost like when you build a structure, you build it from the foundation up. Just imagine your foundation as a structure being your posture. You got to make sure you sit up tall. You got to make sure you have your spinal column neutral, which means it's in line. And so your vertebrae can be as spaced apart as possible to help lubricate those things so that you don't have pain and your blood can circulate properly through the body. It also helps with your lung capacity as well. If you're hunched over, then you're not going to be able to have the correct lung capacity to breathe in and out as you're supposed to.
They teach me that in yoga. You sound like my yoga instructor, Teddy.
You go. But see, a lot of these things we don't think about, to your point, because we've gotten so inundated with bad habit stacking.
Well, I'll tell you, I got two computers, and there were times where, like, I'd be leaning over here, and you can see what I'm leaning, and it's just an email until it's 3. until it's 5, until I'm over on Twitter over here.
Right.
And I'm thinking, the heck am I doing to my body here? So I think the beginning is just being more mindful of whatever your posture is when you're driving, when you're reading, when you're I mean, even just doing dishes. I mean, I do a lot of dishes around here, right? Leaning in on the sink. Right. Because the sink's here and you're leaning in. And all of a sudden you're 30 minutes into leaning in doing dishes and you're like, oh, man, maybe I should have worn shoes for that, or, got some lift or whatever. There's just – and Dr. Steve has told me this. And, look, you're still young and beautiful and sexy, okay? 52, okay? Yeah. Dr. Steve told me when I blew the back out early December, he said, this ain't going to be a 3-day thing for you. Like, you're going to have to really look at what you're doing here. I've bought a new pillow. I've learned to sleep on my back without a tennis ball on my chest. I've been – utilizing my chair, and I'm showing you all these things I'm doing. But more than that, trying to find folks like you, like trying to find people that know more about this than I do, who could be corrective and helpful. And I think that's really where PF is, right? Like, absolutely. I mean, all of these centers were built all around the city here over the last 15 years. People have come in, got to know each other. There's a sense of culture. There's a sense of friendship and community and all that. It gets taken away. And I know over the last year, through video, through everything they're doing out of Portsmouth and all around the world, trying to keep people in shape so that a pity party for someone like me doesn't come 2 months later, Teddy.
For sure. So, I mean, here's the thing. The pandemic tried to tell everybody just to stay indoors, which was important to stop the spread. But people mistook that message to be stay indoors and don't move, right? And that's not what it was supposed to be. So Planet Fitness decided if people are going to be indoors, let's meet them where they are. So we launched the United We Move campaign way back in mid-March, and we're coming up on the anniversary. And it was our way to create a platform for not only learning, right? Because we're teaching you the basics of fundamental movement, but we're also getting you moving to offset injury and a lot of people don't know this as well, the mind-muscle connection, because we got into a place where it's kind of dark. You're getting depressed, you have anxiety and stress. When you exercise, your brain releases chemicals like serotonin, dopamine, and endorphins that are responsible for your mental disposition. So United We Move is our way to give you 20-minute workouts, right, where you don't need equipment whatsoever. It's going to get you up, stimulate that mental functionality, and have you feeling better in your mood. So this is great, and it's fun. I mean, Monday through Friday, we get saucy. And I do Teddy Tuesday, so we turn up on Tuesday.
Do you do it from the beach, like I do, from time to time, or do you move around, or how do you do it, man?
I might have you thinking that you're at a beach, but I'm not really at the beach. I'm usually in the gym now, in a nice space, nestled out just for me, so I don't have to wear my mask because there's nobody around me. And I take you through an experience. It's not just a workout, because as you said, on your phone, there's a multitude of people that just show you workouts, right? So I don't want to be caught up in that. I want to give you an experience that's unlike anything else out there. And if you don't know what that means, check in on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Planet Fitness Facebook page, and I'll show you better than I can tell you.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to click everybody out right now, too. United We Moves here. You can go to planetfitness.com. You can download. Look at that good-looking guy there. Hey. And I mean, how's the beard going? I mean, what point do you decide to trim? Because I'm worrying. This is a year now on the hair. And in the beginning, it was more about, like, the actual, concern about haircuts and whatnot. Now it's just a fashion statement. Now it's just, when I get my shot is when I'll consider. But I bought all this hair balm stuff now, so I got to use it. I can't get my hair cut till I run out of hair product.
Right. Well, see, here's the thing, Nesta. I can't really grow anymore up there.
That shines there, though. That's nice.
Yeah, so I keep it down here. And what I like to call a beard is controlled chaos, right? I like for it to have its own personality.
You got some Ed Reed going on in there. There's things happening there. You feel fast when you have it, I think.
That's the chaos, right? It's the controlled chaos portion of it, baby.
Well, every Tuesday you're doing this. I mean, as far as other things, and people like me coming to you and saying, all right, posture issues sitting down. Right. I'll tell you one thing my wife has done, and it's a real credit to her. My wife looks beautiful. She's about to go do a big beach thing and do a yoga retreat down in Florida, spends time with her mother. But she's been working out a lot. The one thing her company, she's big shot Verizon company, companies are doing these. I mean, she has people in her company, people like you, they're fitness people that do stretching at 11:30 in the morning. I go out there and she's doing stuff out of her seat and moving around and doing the hokey pokey and turning herself around. You know, there is a lot of that too, that there's no rule against for people to go out and take smoke break and all that, not coffee break. No problem. I got to give a little love to my friends at Royal Farms as well. Nothing wrong with the coffee break. But there can also be a 10 or 15-minute little stretch break. And I think part of that for muscles, eyes, neck, getting off the screen a little bit, you got to unplug, man, right?
Yeah. Unplugging is important because we got to put ourselves in environments to win. Like if you want to catch a fish, you're not going to go somewhere where there's no water. If you want to get healthy, you got to place yourself in environments that promote health, like stretching, like exercise, like cardiovascular movement. Because if you don't, you're going to get lost in, as you said, the virtual space of having to work a 9 to 5 and then do projects even after that. Because here's the thing, when you work from home, there is no 9 to 5. You're just working and working and working and working until things are done. So to your point, I want everybody to discover mighty moments throughout your day where you can set an alarm on your phone for just 10 minutes to stretch.
And put some music on you like. Crank up some Prince or something, right?
Oh, yeah. You see, now you're going into the classics. You put some Prince on, you put some Queen on, some rock or something like that.
I'm queened out. I got queened out.
No Queen for you, huh?
I'm queened out, and I'm this close after the Juice ad to being Fleetwood Mac'd out. And you know what I mean? You know, I get a little bit too much of it. Teddy Savage is here. He is with BF and Planet Fitness, our dear friends. Based here locally, I might add, but communicating all throughout the world. Hey, man, we gotta get the shot, get the masks off. You and I go down to Fells Point, down to the Pendry or whatnot, and you know, I'm gonna have a come together for all of my Baltimore friends that I've had to like live through this computer with. But it's always great to have you on. I know you're doing things on Tuesdays. One of the really cool things I think about folks like you who create video workouts is that like someone can go back right now and get into you, and there's already 200 things up there that you could sort of float in. One thing I would ask you, and you know, I have changed my studio here so we have more room to work in, as you would say. And we have little weights here. You know, we have adjustable weights, 5, 7.5, 10, 15, you know, like little a little unit that we bought many years ago. We have yoga mats, we have blocks, we have various towels and different, you know, yoga belts and straps and whatnot. Run me through what you assume people have when you do a Teddy Tuesday. Because, I mean, there's an assumption that, you know, we're all Rocky and doing pull-ups from our pipes underneath of the basement, right?
Like on Rocky 3 with Clubber Lang. But no, what we think people have is probably a light set of dumbbells, right? You probably have maybe a functional accessory or two like kettlebells or a medicine ball. And if you don't, here's the thing. You can use any object you have at your disposal that adds slight resistance, because that's all those things are. If you use a 5-pound set of dumbbells, you can find something that's adequately giving you that same resistance, right? Could be water bottles, canned goods.
Yeah, I do that when I go to the grocery store, doing some curls.
That's right. Get a gallon jug of milk. Hey, listen, and let me tell you, those things are just as effective if used properly. Or if you don't have a medicine ball, go ahead and grab you a bag of flour or a bag of sugar. Everybody has a bag of flour and sugar. And then after your workout, go make you a batch of cookies or something. A
bag of sugar around my house. How am I going to look this good if I kept sugar like that around the house?
Hey, listen.
Little packets.
Let me just tell you. I want everybody to know this as well. It's not about what you can't do. It's about what we can do, baby. And that's what we're all about. So again, if you don't have dumbbells, functional accessories like kettlebells, medicine ball, if you don't have resistance bands like Nestor said, we'll discover ways to use what you do have in an effective manner. And let me tell you, Planet Fitness is all about it.
Well, let me tell you, if you're out and you want to get out and get back into the gym, give me a little update on what's going on in Parkville and Owings Mills and Towson and beyond at the actual clubs.
Yeah, so we've launched our what we call social fitness and guidelines. So it starts even before you come into the gym. If you download the free Planet Fitness app, you can have access to the crowd meter to tell you just how many people are in your closest club based on capacity. So you see exactly when's the best time to come in. Then you scan your key tag virtually on the app, so you don't even have to touch anything. Once you go into the club, you'll notice that we have several pieces of equipment labeled for social distancing, right? So that way we have safe amount of distance and space.
I see it right on the right behind you on the screen. I see
That's
one
right.
of
You see
things.
those yellow
I
signs.
see it right over your shoulder. Yep.
Absolutely. And everybody has masks on. All workers are masked up at all times. And we do ask our members to mask up as they come into the club and while they leave and navigate through spaces. Now, those requirements vary per location, per county, and things of that nature. But we do have these mandates in place. And there's cleaning stations all throughout the gym. Now, so each one has sanitizing spray, paper towels, and hand sanitizer to wipe down your hands before and after each use. So we've definitely taken an upstream approach to keeping everybody safe when you come into the club.
Just like the song says, you got to move. Teddy Savage is helping you move on Tuesdays. They're Teddy Tuesdays. You can find them at Planet Fitness. You can download the app. You can get in. We always appreciate the sponsorship and the support from everybody at Planet Fitness here locally. And I know Lynn and Victor got some stuff going on, so I'm going to promote them as well. And, you know, for everybody this spring, and today specifically, when we're taping this, first sort of 60-degree day gives us a little bit of hope. We can get back outside. For those of us who've been cooped up a little bit too long and even hurting a little bit in the winter, no better time to get moving. Teddy, I'm feeling better, man, and I'm hoping at some point we can get in the same room together after we get the shot and do all this stuff and, you know, drink a water bottle together or something. How about that?
That's right, Nasty. I'm glad you're feeling better, brother. And remember, Baltimore positive, baby. Let's be more positive out there. Let's stop all of the nonsense and the violence and really do a good job of coming together, spreading positivity and health and wellness, right?
For that, I'm going to put the rainbow over my shoulder here to leave you with, all right? There he goes. Teddy Savage joining us here at Teddy Tuesdays. Find him at Planet Fitness. Download the app. Stop in. Still $10 a month. They still give me a great water bottle. I got to get a hat. I gotta make a call about that.
I got
we
you.
are WN. Your fitness is essential, and I like that. Yes. I don't even see the hat off the edge of you have to lean in on it a little bit like my Liberty Pure hat. They keep me hydrated around here. We appreciate all of our sponsors, including our friends at Liberty Pure. 1-800 Clean Water. You got to have water for when you work out or work in as well. We are WNST.net, AM 1570. Towson, Baltimore. We never stop talking. Planet Fitness, Baltimore Positive.